In this video, we'll be reviewing how to use the run0 e3 GWAS format.sh script for the ENIGMA-3 GWAS protocol. This script is used to create a combined ROI CSV file. Before starting, make sure you have installed R and an SSH client. Download links are in the description below. We'll assume you're working on a Linux machine in the base directory called E3. Change to your working directory containing the CSV data files and download the association scripts. First, download the ENIGMA-3 folder using svn checkout. Then, change to the ENIGMA-3 directory and download Enigma Backend. If you've downloaded Enigma Backend before, please make sure that you're using the latest version from GitHub. You will need files from both the ENIGMA-3 and the Enigma Backend folders to run this protocol. You need 4 CSV files to run the association analysis. Cortical measures Enigma surf average.csv contains the mean surface area within each of the free surfer ROIs. Cortical measures Enigma thick average.csv contains the mean cortical thickness within each of the ROIs. In these two files, you should have previously marked individual ROIs as NA if that ROI was poorly segmented for a given subject. Make sure that the subject IDs in the first column match the ID format in the other files used in the analysis. If you make any changes to these files, be sure to save them as CSV files. HM3 MDS2R.mds.csv contains the MDS analysis results from the imputation protocol. Make sure that the file contains only the subjects that you want to keep in the analysis. Create a file called covariates.csv using Excel or a similar spreadsheet program. The file should have the columns subject ID, age, and sex. If your cohort has patients and healthy controls, include a covariate called affection status coded in binary, where 0 represents controls and 1 represents patients. Even if your cohort has only patients and no controls, you will still need to include the affection status covariate, which should be a column of all ones. If you have additional covariates, be sure to include them in subsequent columns. For example, if your data was collected at 3 different sites, you should include 2 site covariates for Site 1 and Site 2. These covariates would be coded in binary, where 1 indicates that the data was collected at that site and 0 indicates that it was not. A 0 at both Site 1 and Site 2 would indicate that the data was collected at Site 3. Check to see that you are still in the ENIGMA-3 folder that you downloaded earlier. Make sure that everything in this folder has executable permission. Open run0 e3 GWAS format.sh and make changes to the following lines. Run directory is where the Enigma association scripts are stored. They should be in your working directory /enigma3/enigma backend. rbin is the full path to your R binary, which you can find by typing which R. CSV file 1 and CSV file 2 are the full paths to the surface area and cortical thickness CSV files. CSV folder is the full path to an output folder for the updated and filtered CSV file. This folder will be created for you. Table file is the full path to the covariates CSV file. Table subject ID column is the column name where the subject IDs are listed in the covariates.csv file. ncov is the number of covariates used. At minimum, there should be 2 covariates for age and sex. The covariates variable stores the column headers for the included covariates, separated with a semicolon and no space, surrounded by quotes. If the data contains patients, then ncov should be a minimum of 3, and affection status should be included as a covariate. If the covariates file has additional covariates that you wish to include, make sure to update ncov and add the column headers from this file. Make sure that the number of covariates in the covariates variable matches the ncov variable. Once you are done editing run0 e3 GWAS format.sh, run the script and wait for it to finish. The output of this script will be in the directory that you specified for the CSV folder variable. The text printed on the console may be different depending on whether or not your data contains patients. If you have any questions, please follow the link to our Google group in the description below.